NBC This Is Us show creator Dan Fogelman is all about ironic plots, gut-wrenching twists, and heartfelt symbolism. And in last night's episode, there was no shortage of any of that. But perhaps one of the episode's biggest connections would have gone largely unnoticed if it weren't for one brilliant fan who was able to draw an important parallel between Jack and Randall. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Last night, boxing took center stage as the episode's recurring motif. Early on, fans learn in a flashback scene that Jack has a black eye after taking up boxing. Rebecca, upset over Jack's injury, implores her husband to only use a punching bag moving forward. Later on, young Randall asks Jack to teach him how to box so he can defend himself from a bully at school, who viewers later find out doesn't actually exist. NBC. Finally, the sport is brought up once again as the entire family gathers around the television set to watch a heated boxing match. While watching, Jack points out that one of the boxers spits out blood and smiles after getting punched. When Randall asks why he would do that, Jack responds that there's this thing that some fighters do, that if their opponent hits them really hard, they just plaster on a big ol' smile. Why? Because the fighter doesn't want the opponent to know that he's hurt, Jack says. Advertisement. Continue reading below. Of course, the immediate reaction is to draw a parallel between the fighter and Jack. Just as the fighter tries to hide the pain from his opponent, Jack does his best to bury his negative emotions and keep his Vietnam War experiences a secret from his family. But what some may not have noticed is that the boxing metaphor can also apply to more than Jack. In fact, as one especially analytical fan tweeted, another fighter appears to be grown-up Randall, who is doing his best to stand tall despite his ongoing identity struggles and the impending uncertainty of his political campaign. I love this boxing analogy. Right now, young Randall watching boxing and learning about life, and older Randall dealing with his political opposition and trying to show his strong side despite being scared, hurt. Applies to Kate, Toby, Beth, and Kate can all be described as fighters in this episode. Each are dealing with their own set of problems. Toby is struggling in his lifelong battle with depression, Beth is trying to overcome her situational depression, and Kate is desperate to help Toby out while stressing over her baby. And yet through it all, every character is doing the best they can to keep smiling for those around them. While the Pearson family has gone through so much already, one thing always seems to get them to the other side, each other. And in this episode, fans saw just that. Every character opened up about their struggles and, by the end, seemed to be feeling much better than before. Who knew such a powerful message could all be achieved by using the sport of boxing? Just another example of Dan the genius at work.